everybody, welcome back to TAZ's Wig Closet. I have lots of wigs that I can choose from on a daily basis to wear. However, sometimes I just don't feel in the mood for anything. Has that ever happened to you where you have a lot of wigs to choose from, but you just don't feel in the mood for any of them? So what do? Which one do you reach for? I know I like. So when I am in a slump and I'm just really not in the mood for any particular kind of style, I typically reach for something that I know is really beautiful and fun to wear that I've enjoyed in the past. I just happen to have this one out and on one of my mannequins for another comparison. This is Raquel Welch's Simmer in shaded cappuccino RL1222SS. Again, just that beautiful kind of mid-length broken spiral curl. This one has a lace front and a full monofilament top, so I can style and part this wig in any direction on the top, and I'll get the beautiful illusion of scalp. I do love Simmer for its realistic look. On mono tops, for some reason on full monofilament tops, I tend to want to part my wig a little bit on the right, whereas typically I part it on the left-hand side. I think it's the way they style the fiber when they sew it in. It just, to me, in order to get any lift at the top, I need to actually part it in the right, from right to left, to give it a little bit of resistance and lift that I like. And Simmer delivers that for me. And I prefer wearing this one a little bit on the right hand part. So I'm really glad that I just sort of went with it. Even if I wasn't in the mood for it, it ended up hitting the spot perfectly for me. Again, Raquel Welch's Simmer in shaded cappuccino. All right, so what else did I choose this month? This style has been the mainstay of my month. I've worn this one more than any other style for this month. And again, sometimes when you're not sure, you just go with an old standby favorite. This is Ellen Villa's Dance in the color Light Champagne Rooted. I've had this one out ever since the review. I can't get enough of it. It's just super easy to wear. It's so me. I take my mom shopping once a week, and this has been the wig of choice for me every time I've gone out with her, because I have to do a lot of lifting and things for her and helping her along, and I want something that's comfortable, convenient, easy to wear. This has been my favorite plug and chug wig style of the month for sure. Flirty, very cool. So this has been danced by Ellen Villa in Light Champagne Rooted. Love this light density. Let's move on. So many of you are going to remember when I reviewed this style in a different color. This is BelleTress's Alexandria, but I threatened to get it in one of my favorite blondes, which it finally arrived a couple of weeks ago. This is BelleTress's Alexandria in Champagne with Apple Pie. Adore, adore, adore this curl, but the pieces that I had it in a beautiful red, sumptuous strawberry. Both of those reviews are up. And then I had the really dark brown English toffee. So I could not wait to get this in a blonde. So it's finally here, and I have been wearing this one. It's been new for me. And you learn a lot about a wig style when you wear it out. When you go out of the house and you wear it for, you know, a couple of hours at least, you can really tell a lot about it. So let me tell you what I love and what I don't love about this style. Okay, so what I love is, you guessed it, this curl. This noodly, intact spiral curl. They're boingy and bouncy, lots of body and volume. So I do love that about this Alexandria. What I don't love about this Alexandria is how heavy it is. This piece is a very dense piece, and because it is a short to mid-length bob, you get this really big rounded effect. Now that doesn't bother me so much, but it has a lot of fiber, and I feel like I just feel almost smothered. And I think it's because this front here, it's very long. All of the curls come together, so if there are layers up here, they blend in with that larger curl here. And it just seems to gobble up my face. At least it feels like it does. Even if I add a little bit of contour on the top, it just seems like it comes in and it's constantly dragging my face. It doesn't feel wispy and light like I typically like my fringe. So I have been wearing it to where I pull it away from the face like this. And that has really helped. I think this style would look amazing with a bang. So if you wanted to do a little shorter fringe or a bang, you definitely could do that. I mean, look how thick and heavy just that front curl is. If we could take that down and blend it back just a little bit. You're gonna lose some of that curl action, but I think you could create a wispier look around the face of that way, and it would be much easier to wear, because unless I am putting this back, it just feels claustrophobic to me. So those are the pros and the cons of my Alexandria. And I love this curl so much that I will find a way to love it no matter what. I don't know that I'm gonna put a bang in it yet though. I think I might just continue to use my styling like I do with the Amber Rock and the Twix style, both of those big, bushy, curly styles. There's very little layering around the face, and I always have to pull those back. So this is my new Alexandria by BelleTress in Champagne with Apple Pie. I have been wearing this for the last couple of weeks. And I have reached for this one a couple of times this month. This is the Dalgona 16 in the new Cookies and Cream Blonde by BelleTress. I've reviewed this one, and I'm not sure if I featured this one in my favorites for last month or not, but typically what happens is after a review, I set it back here in a mannequin. It's in my line of sight, it's at the top of my mind, and when I'm undecided about what to wear, I will just look over and say, okay, I'm just gonna grab that one. And I did that with this one quite a bit. Cannot get enough of the style. It's great every single time. This one seems to have a little more oomph and volume to it than some of the other Dalgonas. But you know what? I love it. I wore this out to eat with my husband one Saturday. All right, Dalgona 16 in Cookies and Cream Blonde. Oh my gosh, we all need a wig that we can just abuse. And this wig just takes it and keeps going and going and going. This is Toni Bratton's Prestigious in the color Light Blonde. I always get this mixed up with another Toni Bratton. If this is wrong, I will definitely put it up in a text box here. But this is my two things. This is my house wig. You know, I just throw it in a basket. I've got a little basket that I have that I throw this wig in this basket, and it's there. So if there comes a knock on the door, or if I need to run to the mailbox or whatever, and I feel like wearing a wig, I get that out, plop it on, and just, it looks great every single time. This one is several years old. Now granted, I don't wear it every single day, but when I say I abuse it, I abuse it. This is my workout wig. So if I am going out to the trail to do a run and I feel like wearing a wig, if I go outside for a walk around the neighborhood, or just generally work in the backyard, this is what I reach for every time. And it's great. It's a heat-friendly fiber, but the length just keeps it going and going. I've washed it, maybe a couple of times, but lately I took it back out again because I wanted to get back outside and walk and do my running and things like that. Sometimes I wear a wig, sometimes I don't, but when I do wear a wig, I always reach for this one. Sometimes I put a headband around it as well, just to kind of wick sweat and things like that. So this is really held up like a champ. I mean, when you work out in a wig, that's wig abuse, right? So this one knew what it was in for. It signed up for the task, and it has lived up to its potential in spades. And I feel like I do need a backup now, so I think I'll be ordering my next backup of this one. And I may even re-review it now that I have worn it so often. So again, reached for this several times this month for the purpose of workouts, exercise, task work, that kind of thing. This is Toni Bratton's Prestigious in Light Blonde. So I did opt for this style a couple of times this month, and it was because I was wearing a high collar, and it just looks so tailored and so beautiful. This is the Raquel Welch's Captivating Canvas in RL 1723 SS. I have gained so much criticism for this wig. I don't understand why it's so polarizing. It's a really cute style. I had some people say, well, it's just too voluminous, it doesn't look real. And the thing is, anything can look real. It has a nice lace front and left monofilament side part. The fact that it has all of this volume doesn't make it look fake, because a lot of times you can do this with your own natural hair as well. Some ladies can really tease it and get a really high look on their shorter styles. So to me, it doesn't look wiggy or unnatural just because it has all of this volume. We're so blessed to have all of these options. And whether you like a wig or you don't, just be thankful that we have options to choose from, because if this style was the only style in the world that we could have to cover up hair loss and to make ourselves feel pretty, There's a lot of people that would be very upset with this option, but there's a lot of people that would really enjoy it as well. It's just one of my real hot buttons is, you know, when you come on and you make a comment like, who would like that wig? Well, I would. First of all, there's one person. I can't speak for everyone, but I'm so glad for all of this variety, and we should feel blessed. If you don't like a wig, just, you know, you can say you don't like a wig, but move on, you know. Don't try to blast people. Everybody has a different opinion. Just because you like something doesn't mean the next person is going to like it. That's the beauty of this community, is that we have such diversity all the way around in tastes and preferences. When I first started to wear wigs, I thought, gosh, I just want to go long and straight because I've never been able to have long straight hair. It quickly dawned on me that there's so much more to explore. And so variety just really took hold in my collection, and I'm so blessed for it. But anyhow, I do love the volume on this. It's really super cute. It's perfect for summertime. It's above the collar, and it's perfectly tailored. You can tamp the volume down a little. You can tuck it very easily. It's heat friendly. I mean, it really responds well to heat. There's just so much you can do to make it cute. And you can wear it away from the face, which is a real plus, because a lot of pixies, you can't do that. And so this is one that I will probably always reach for at some time or another, or if I can't decide, I know that if I put this on and go out the door, it's going to look good. So this has been a look back on some of the wigs I've worn all month long, in a month that was really hard to decide which ones to wear. It was a pretty boring month for me. The weather was kind of wishy-washy. Please share what wigs you've been enjoying all month long.